Well, this afternoon, housing advocates in Denver were working to find shelter for people experiencing homelessness ahead of this latest round of snow.
A few weeks ago, Denver opened a pilot 24/7 cold weather shelter for a little over a week at the Denver Coliseum. And today, city leaders shared initial results from that pilot program with me.
We're going to end up getting calls from all kinds of folks asking where they can go to be safe.
As another round of cold weather rolls in, Housekeys Action Network Denver organizer V. Reeves is preparing to help those most in need.
Cold weather shelters end up telling people that they have to leave early in the morning when it's still freezing.
But Reeves says a few weeks ago, people experiencing homelessness were allowed to stay in warm shelters all day for 8 days straight through a 24/7 cold weather shelter pilot program at the Denver Coliseum.
It was incredibly successful while it existed. It's a shame that it was as short as it was. It allowed for couples specifically to shelter together, which was a novel thing.
There were about 430 people, different people that took advantage of it during the 8 days and nights that it was open, and about over 200 people per night.
Denver City Councilwoman Sarah Parody helped launch the pilot. What impact did that consistency have for the 8-day period?
So I think part of what we were looking to find out was will people use shelter when it's cold but warmer than 20? Clearly the answer to that is yes. But also, is it meaningful to people to be able to be in the same space throughout the period of a cold snap instead of having to pack up and leave early in the morning?
Parody says the answer to that appeared to also be yes.
I think everyone is absolutely hoping that we can make features of this permanent for next year. There's factors to do with leaving the same space available as much as possible, which can be really hard with city buildings because if they're not dedicated shelters, they often have other uses.
We hope to see that kind of program expanded on all kinds of levels.
But until then, for every cold snap, Reeves and other activists will continue searching for warm beds.
We have to address the fact that there isn't enough indoor space and indoor capacity
for people in need.
Now, meanwhile, some private shelters in the metro area are announcing they are going to be closing their doors at the end of the month. Coming up on Denver 7 News at 6, we'll hear from one local church on why they're shutting down and the impact on the community.